He was born with a blood clot in his fist. His father was poisoned when he was 9. His family was abandoned on the steppe to die. He was captured, enslaved, and humiliated. He had nothing. No army, no allies, no power. And then he built the largest empire in the history of the world. At his peak, Genghis Khan controlled more land than any ruler before or since. 12 million square miles stretching from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. He didn't inherit this empire. He didn't stumble into it. He built it, piece by piece, through ruthless genius, absolute loyalty, and a level of organized violence the world had never seen. This is the story of Temujin, the boy who became Genghis Khan. Temujin was born around 1162 on the wind-swept steppes of Mongolia, a vast, harsh land of grasslands, freezing winters, and warring tribes. There were no cities here, no kingdoms, only clans constantly fighting each other for horses, cattle, and survival. His father, Yasuge, was a minor chieftain, respected, but not powerful. He named his son Temujin after a rival he had just defeated in battle, believing the name would bring strength. It would, but not immediately. When Temujin was 9 years old, his father rode to arrange a marriage for him. On the way home, Yasuge stopped to eat with a group of Tatars, the enemies of his clan. They recognized him. They poisoned his food. He died before he could reach home. What happened next shocked even by the brutal standards of the Mongolian steppe. Yasuge's own tribe, the people he had led, abandoned his widow and children. They rode away and left them on the steppe alone, with no food, no animals, no protection. In the Mongolian steppe in winter, that was a death sentence. Temujin's mother, Holun, refused to die. She fed her children on roots, berries, and whatever she could find. She taught them to survive, and she told them over and over that one day they would be great. As a teenager, Temujin was captured by a rival clan and forced to wear a wooden collar, the mark of a slave. He escaped. He survived. And with each hardship, something hardened inside him. He made his first alliance by reuniting with a childhood friend, Jamukha. Together, they raided enemies, built a small following, and slowly, very slowly, began to earn a reputation. Then came the moment that changed everything. Temujin's young wife, Borte, was kidnapped by the Merkits, a powerful tribe that had a vendetta against his family. Most men on the steppe would have accepted this as fate. Temujin did not. He called in every favor he had. He allied with his father's old blood brother, Togrul, who commanded a much larger force, and he launched a rescue. He got Borte back, and in doing so, he announced himself to the entire steppe. Here was a man who did not accept defeat, who repaid loyalty, who pursued his enemies until justice was done. Warriors began to come to him, not because he was born powerful, but because they believed in him. For the next 2 decades, Temujin fought. He fought the Tatars, the tribe that had poisoned his father, and wiped them out almost completely. He fought the Naimans. He fought the Kurultai. One by one, he defeated every tribe on the Mongolian steppe. But what made Temujin different wasn't just his military skill. It was how he organized victory. In almost every culture in history, armies were built around birth. If you were born a noble, you commanded. If you were born a peasant, you followed. Temujin abolished this entirely. In his army, promotion was based purely on merit and loyalty. A man born with nothing could rise to command thousands if he was skilled and faithful. This was revolutionary. He also did something extraordinary with defeated enemies. Instead of killing their warriors or enslaving their people, he absorbed them. He offered them a place in his growing confederation, with equal rights, equal respect, and equal share of the spoils. Those who submitted were protected. Those who resisted were destroyed. In 1206, the tribes of Mongolia gathered for a great meeting, a Kurultai. They proclaimed Temujin, the supreme ruler of all the Mongols. They gave him a new name, Genghis Khan, universal ruler. He was approximately 40 years old, and he was just getting started. Once united, the Mongols turned outward, and the world was not ready. Their first major target was the Jin Dynasty of northern China, one of the wealthiest and most powerful empires in Asia, with armies of hundreds of thousands and fortified cities with walls 30 feet high. The Mongols had no experience with siege warfare. They had no engineers. They had no catapults. They learned fast. Genghis Khan captured Chinese engineers and put them to work building siege weapons. He studied the weaknesses of fortifications. He adapted his tactics with extraordinary speed. City after city fell. By the time the Jin Dynasty finally collapsed, Genghis Khan had captured territory that had taken Chinese emperors centuries to build. Then he turned west. The Khwarazmian Empire stretched across modern-day Iran, Afghanistan, and Central Asia, one of the richest regions in the medieval world. Its ruler, Shah Muhammad, made a catastrophic mistake. He killed Genghis Khan's trade ambassadors. Genghis Khan sent a message back. It read, "You have chosen war. Prepare for it." What followed was one of the most devastating military campaigns in history. City after city was offered a choice: surrender and be spared, or resist and be destroyed. Samarkand, one of the greatest cities in the world, with a population of over 500,000, surrendered. It survived. Other cities that chose to fight were wiped from the map so completely that some of them were never rebuilt. The Mongols killed so many people in some regions that historians estimate the population of parts of Central Asia didn't recover for centuries. Genghis Khan died in 1227, at approximately 65 years old. The exact cause of his death is still debated: a fall from a horse, an illness, or a battle wound. He was buried in an unmarked grave somewhere in Mongolia by warriors who killed everyone they encountered on the return journey to keep the location secret. To this day, his tomb has never been found. He left behind an empire of 12 million square miles, ruled by his sons and grandsons, that would eventually stretch from Korea to Hungary. His grandson Kublai Khan would go on to rule China and receive Marco Polo. Another grandson, Hulagu, would sack Baghdad and end the Islamic Golden Age. So was Genghis Khan a monster or a genius, a destroyer or a builder? The answer is that he was both, and the scale of both was almost beyond comprehension. He killed tens of millions of people. Some historians estimate that the Mongol conquests reduced the global population by as much as 10%. Entire civilizations were erased. Libraries burned. Irrigation systems destroyed. Regions that had been fertile farmland for thousands of years were turned to desert. And yet, under Mongol rule, the Silk Road flourished as never before. Trade flowed freely from China to Europe. Ideas, technologies, and diseases crossed continents. The Black Death spread west along Mongol trade routes. But so did paper, gunpowder, and the compass, technologies that would fuel the European Renaissance. Genghis Khan was, in many ways, the man who connected the medieval world. Whether that was a gift or a curse depended entirely on where you were standing. One final fact. Scientists analyzing genetic data have estimated that approximately 16 million people alive today are direct descendants of Genghis Khan. That is roughly 1 in 200 human beings on Earth. The boy born with nothing on the Mongolian steppe, abandoned, enslaved, and left for dead, became the most reproduced human being in recorded history. If you found this story remarkable, subscribe. Next week, we go deeper into the lives of the people who shaped our world.